What up, what up? Boy JaeEss, JaeEss the Ronin fully. I am an artist, producer, engineer sometimes, streamer, um, and overall, fun dude, fun guy, you feel me? So, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I really started off as like a dancer. When I was like 11, 12, the jerking era came out. I was in the mix. I had the velados and everything. I'm hitting the jerk, hitting my Dougie, hitting the cat daddy. I'm doing all of it. But I remember being like in 6th grade, 12 years old. I had a whole West Coast jerking playlist, so I was just ready. I'm listening to the lyrics and I'm just like, I think I could say something like this. So my pops did not like nothing about rap music, but I sat there and begged him for a microphone. I'm using my mama's laptop. He gets me a little $30 Adam Levine microphone, and I just start recording at the crib these jerking songs. The following year, I start going through whatever middle school drama, depression I was going through, and I didn't really have a lot of people to talk to. Didn't really want to ask about going to a therapist, so I started venting to the microphone. And that really pushed me to kind of enhance my craft from there, because at the end of the day, it kind of made me just feel better overall. And it kind of did help me kind of calm myself at the end of the day. It's kind of funny. I always kind of believe that God is always kind of pushing me back into music. Because I'm going to be honest, like, there are a lot of times I just up and quit. There are times I was like, okay, you need to be doing something else, so I'll try to veer off of music. But God always kind of finds a way to bring me back in. Whether he has me meet somebody that can get me to the next stage in my career, or something happens in my personal life where he's like, hey, I'm gonna throw this to you and I can get you a little profit too. Even recently, I kind of took a break to just explore new things in my life, just to try new things. And even now, I feel like there are things that kind of pull me back in to be like, don't forget, this is a part of you as well. So in a certain way, I feel like music wasn't necessarily my thing, but it just kind of became my thing, and it's something that kind of always accepts me back in whenever I give it a chance. What the hell was I listening to? Like I said, there are some names there. We got the Young Sam, we got the New Boys, we got the Marvel Inc., the Rangers. That was in my jerking era. But then as I got like more into rap, I really just was mad underground, listening to a lot of Hobson, a lot of Hobson, a lot of Dizzy Wright, Darren Benton, really all the funk volume for real. I got into Logic heavy, and that really helped me come up with more complex flows, or just more or less just complex things to talk about. I really valued people that were vulnerable in their music, that just let you know who they were in a song. Because I for a long time, like, hype music just wasn't my thing. I didn't like people really giving off a persona. Like, I really want to know who you are. So anybody that really had a story to their music, like, that's what I was listening to. I like to start like blank from scratch, So a lot of times I'm making the beat first. Sometimes I'll use a loop, but I really just like to start off like melody and then work my way up. I'll probably get some type of idea from there. I might write. A lot of times I punch in because I'm very like in the moment. I at least like to try to get the draft done like first day while I'm just like fully in the mode. But overall, it has to be done from scratch. It's really hard for me to hop on a beat that's already been pre-made, because it's just the emotion, the passion is not there like it is from scratch. It's just like each sound that you put in is like your story, your emotion. If I add a certain melody, I might be sad that day. Now I made a melody that completely fits how I feel. I'll put in a certain drum pattern. I might have been pissed off that day. The whole drum pattern kind of represents that. So I really do feel like making a beat is crucial in the process, because the beat represents who you are in that time and place. I don't. I don't. I really I let things kind of be how they are, especially as I get older. I really feel like when you're trying to show your true self on the track, you really can't force a song to happen. So I would say like sometimes I'll just go on hiatus, go live my life, go try new things, because when you come back you have a full story to tell. But what I feel like when you're trying to be on God's timing with a lot of this stuff, you gotta let God speak to you. And sometimes God will be like, hey, right now ain't the time for you to be a rapper right now. Sometimes he's like, hey, it's time for you to get back in the gym. Hey, it's time for you to actually go get a job so you can get the profit up to do this more. I feel like when you try to force yourself to be somebody, you'll create your worst stuff. So a lot of times I just let life flow as it is. If it's not time, it's not time. Because I know when it is time, I'm going to come back stronger as ever at the end of the day. I would say, not just in music, my biggest challenge overall is just confidence. I do struggle with like depression. I do struggle with just having highs and lows. So it's just the acknowledgement of just understanding where I am in life, who I am, the things that I've accomplished. The failures too, you got to think about those too, because the failures make who you are. But it's all of those things you got to keep in mind when you're trying to pursue something you really want to do, because especially in a art, this is a place that will really shatter your confidence if you let it. So this will really build you up to if you let it as well. So confidence is the big key factor in everything that you do. If you don't have the confidence, you can't move forward. But confidence is a practice. Some people have it naturally, but for me, it's something you gotta practice every day. I'm gonna be honest, I can be very nonchalant about my accomplishments because I'm always feeling like I'm scratching the surface, you know? I would say overall, my biggest accomplishment is the fact that I'm still doing this to this day. I've worked at studios, I've engineered for a good amount of artists, produced for a lot of artists, came out with a lot of different songs, really built up my craft, networked with a lot of people, met people that I thought I would never meet before. But all of it is really just pieces to the puzzle, you know? I don't really sit on achievements or losses too long because I'm really just present in today. So I am most proud that through everything, I'm just still pushing to see what's next, I would say. You might know it, you might not know it, but I'm a huge anime head. Like I could talk anime for many moons. Right now I'm going crazy on Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, bro. I'm going crazy on Bleach, Rebirth the Souls, bro. Anime fighters, I'm not good in a whole bunch of games, but you really don't want to see me in no anime fighter because I'll really put them hands on you, no cap. I always grew up loving Static Shock. Let's rewind back real quick. A fun fact that a lot of people don't know about me: the name JaeEss comes from my first rap name ever, which is J Static. I came up with J Static when I was 12 years old because I loved watching Static Shock as a kid. He was my favorite superhero, probably still is. Circling back to this question though, electricity powers would be my thing. And I already know I wouldn't be out here trying to save the day for real. Honestly speaking, I'll probably just go to an ATM, do a quick little zip, you know, go ahead, glitch out the system, get a quick little 10,000 wow, take a break for a few months. Next time I need a re-up, go back to the ATM. But I would really just be using powers just for everyday life. Go to the store, I see a TV, I don't like the price, zip, glitch it out, now it's $20. I'll be using it for simple shit, I'm not gonna lie. It shouldn't be a conspiracy, but aliens are real, y'all. On a simple basis of there is no way we have this infinite universe and we are the only planet that has life, you know? And in my personal opinion, if God has the power to create Earth and create life on Earth, why do you not think he messed around somewhere else? You know, there could be two Earths. He's God, you know? But I really do feel like we limit our way of thinking to what we know in the world that we live in. But if this world wasn't supposed to exist, but it does, there's probably something else out there, y'all. Come on. I'm gonna be real. There's not a lot of artists I want to work with. If admire producers more than I do rappers and singers, just because of how I came up in music. I really grew up loving the art that is beat production. So I would love to get in the studio with The Alchemist, love to get in the studio with Pierre Bourne, all at 808 Mafia, because I feel like they are some heavy hitters in the current trap sound that we hear today in Atlanta. But I could go on a tangent as far as all the producers I want to work with. As far as artists, I'm gonna say Gunna. I love Gunna's music, bro. Big fan. I would love to get on a track with Dizzy Wright, just to go ahead complete a childhood dream for myself. And a lot of people be hating on Logic, bro, but he has a special place in my heart because he really shows me that you don't have to be, well, when I growing up listening to him, he showed me you don't have to be like this thug or this tough dude to really chase a career. You can be the nerdy dude on the side and still have your fan base. You can be authentically who you are and be able to get your story across. Shout out to God. Thank you for another day. Shout out to my family for giving me the foundation and the morale that I have today. Shout out to the Loyot family, Dallas Austin, Hemi Hendrix. Shout out Corey Andrews. Shout out my boys, A.V. Carter, Alexander, Tyler Amari, and shout out everybody. Shout out everybody, I guess. Right now, I am currently working on a project called Therapy. I'm really just trying to get back in the foundation of making music that authentically represents me. That's always been my goal, but just through the current life experiences I'm dealing with, I want to kind of just have the microphone as my therapist, talk about the days I feel good, talk about the days I feel bad, because listening to a lot of music today, we have a lot of music that kind of boosts your confidence, that kind of makes you feel happy, but there's not nobody really trying to touch your heart for real. So this project is not going to be for the clubs, it's not going to be for parties, it's going to be for when you're trying to get right, you know, when you're having a tough day, when you're out trying to get your money on up, you know, real life stuff. So I'm really trying to make this project somebody, or like something that you can connect with for real. You can follow me at Instagram, Twitch, especially the Twitch. We really trying to go crazy on there. TikTok, YouTube, all of it at JaeEss the Ronin. For anybody watching this, I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're living a good life. Just know I love you and wish the best for you. Peace.
Testing me, trying to get right, but it's like the world keep testing me. Trying to get my days 100%, even when I have no energy. Fighting myself every day and night, I become my worst enemy. Between the bills, the heartbreaks, and the hustle, I got so much that's stressing me. Destiny. Father God, I'm so lost, tell me what's my destiny. What am I fighting for? What's gonna be my legacy? Lose my mind, I can't let this be the end of me. Lately my days have been draining me so much I can't wait to go back to sleep. But I'm fighting for my life and my nightmares till I wake up, so there's no rest for me. Working like I'm a madman, well maybe I am, it's the only time I feel at peace. Man, the money's become a drug for me so much that I'm chasing that high every week. Hey, chasing that high every day. Hey, did things with Mary Jane, it was fun, but these days it just gets in the way. Hey, facing that man in the mirror, I've ran out of places to hide or escape. Hey, got so much pain that's been holding me down, I refuse to collapse from the weight. Hey, I don't recognize myself no more, I hope that means I've grown. I've been handling business solo, fighting demons on my own. I've been feeling myself go numb, been feeling my heart go back cold. God please, I don't wanna relax, repeat, and these mistakes get old. I've been lost like never before, it feels like nothing makes sense. Time's only been going faster, when I see the clock I start to get tense. Gotta take control of my life, nothing's gonna happen, staying on a bench. Looks like I got no choice but to pass this test. Testing me, trying to get right, but it's like the world keep testing me. Trying to get my days 100%, even when I have no energy. Fighting myself every day and night, I become my worst enemy. Between the bills, the heartbreaks, and the hustle, I got so much that's stressing me. Destiny. Father gonna be my legacy. Hey, lose my mind, I can't let this be the end of me. Lately, my days have been draining me so much, I can't wait to go back to sleep. But I'm fighting for my life and my nightmares till I wake up, so there's no rest for me. Working like I'm a mammoth, well maybe I am, it's the only time I feel at peace. Man, the money's become a drug for me so much that I'm chasing that high every week. Hey.